Annyeonghaseyo friends, and welcome back to the Torsie channel for more BTS, or more specifically RM and his new album Indigo. Yes, we have his title track Wildflower to watch today. I'm so excited to see some solo RM stuff. It's been such a long time since I was first introduced to solo RM with Mono. I know that it's been an emotional shock for all of us to have a OT7 hiatus and individual things, but what an opportunity to get to hear everyone's individual voices. And RM is so unique and so beautiful. I'm super looking forward to this. So let's just get straight into it. Let's go. Gotcha.
나는 동경했어 나 그저 화려하게 치고 싶은 나 시작의 전부터 나 상상했었지 그때 웃으며 박수 쳐줄 수 있게 나 소원했어 나 믿었던 게 다 멀어지던 때 이 모든 명예가 이제 멍해가 됐을 때 이 욕심을 제발 걷어가소서 어떤 일이 있어도 오늘을 나로 하게 하소서 Oh every day and every night persistent pain and criminal mind 내 심장 소리에 잠 못 들던 밤 창밖에 걸은 청승마 진초승달 I do wish me a lovely night 내 분수보다 비대해질 life 저기 날아오르는 풍선을 내스치고 다져 물어 대체 지금 어디 Where you go, where'd you show you, where'd you
What a voice.
내 마지막이가 전부 진결이 나 하나 열까지 다 이지그치 끝한 가면은 언제 벗겨질까 예민우 히로 민우 빌런 아무것도 아니나 공회전은 반복돼 기억들은 안 포기해 난 눈물을 판 속에 시선을 던져 하루에 뭘 원했었던 건지 이제 기억이 안나 얻었다 믿었던 모든 행복은 교차했나 No matter what's wrong 그게 뭐가 됐건 새벽에 자락을 붙잡고 뭔가 토해내는 기억 목소리 막힌 자들의 사회 난 여전히 침묵을 말해 이건 방백과수가 높다며 모두 오해 편견들의 자게 밤 같아 난 너의 행가래 내 두 발이 여기 땅 위에 이름도 없는 꽃들과 함께 다시 별에 가시도 소확해 발밑으로 와주시고 목적 없는 목적지도 슬픈 줄도 모르고 그림자와 저 친구도
Whoa.
찬란한 맨발 원래 내 것은 아무것도 없었지 And you tell me like gotta be a someone 난 절대 그들처럼 될 수 없음니 그림은 시작은 시 여태껏 날 지켜온 단 하나의 힘과 철 타는 불꽃에서 들꽃으로 손에 내서 영원으로 나의 황량한 들의 나무를 언젠가 나 되돌아가래
저 하늘을 흩어질래 Like a flower, 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 눈부시게 Like a flower, 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 flower
oh my God, what a hit straight in the heart. That really shocked me. That just really took me by surprise. I don't know why it took me by surprise, having heard RM speaking over the last few months, how clear it has been that he's tired and kind of run dry a little bit. He's appeared very melancholy and maybe a little lost. So it shouldn't surprise me, because this is in line with a lot that we've been hearing from him or reading in subtext. I think people are very sensitive to RM. He's our leader. We want him to be okay. Everybody knows how much pressure there is on him all the time. He's so involved with every single step of the process. There's just a lot on him. I think everyone's very aware of how he's feeling, and I think we've all noticed that it's not been great. He's so stoic, but stoicism only lasts so long. Everybody needs a break. Sometimes you need to sit on the floor and cry, no matter how tough you are. That's a real cry, that song. The vocalist Youjeen, I mean, that's a crying tone to her voice, particularly with how loud and broad she's throwing that sound. RM naturally has quite a melancholic tone to his voice anyway. There's something that always feels like musing, or like it could dip to sadness at any moment. Before the album came out, when we knew it was called Indigo, I found that really interesting, because indigo is a purple blue. It is blue, but it's blue erring on the side of purple, which is an interesting comment to make, that purple is obviously BTS and it's us, and it's a really special colour between ARMY and Bangtan, but then he's also admitting to being blue and feeling blue. Blue is something that has turned up in other songs as well, blue and grey, as a symbol. I think it's a universal symbol of not feeling good, of being sad, maybe temporarily sad. Sometimes when we say, I'm feeling blue, we don't mean that I've hit the floor and I'm going to stay here. It means that we've dipped. And we're probably going to come back up again. We might not be able to see how we're going to come back up again, but we're feeling blue. Feeling blue tends to be the expression of having a slump at the moment, and I'm just going to wait to rise again. And there is hopefulness in that song, that there will be some sort of rise, there'll be a conclusion, there will be a moment where he gets to feel himself, be himself. That's going to be clear to him and to others. It's not a hopeless song at all, but it is definitely a song about feeling hopeless for now, perhaps, or having had felt it for some time. That kicked me really hard. I'm genuinely holding back from just all out crying, because that's how that song makes me feel. Ooh, it's so vulnerable. He just shared so much with us. I love that brave honesty that Bangtan has. They're quite unique for it. There aren't a lot of artists that trust the fandom is going to hear it and accept it and be supportive, instead of feeling like they're whining and getting up and leaving. There have been other artists where I've seen them attempt to do, Western artists are coming to mind, I've seen them attempt to do something similar, and it did come across as ungrateful, complaining about good fortune. It didn't hit the right note, while Bangtan, I think, always manages to express themselves very eloquently and in a way that we fully understand what they're saying and don't judge them for it, don't hate them for it, and aren't going to leave them for it. And that is definitely one of those songs. It was interesting. I had a moment the other day. I learned something new and it blew my mind that rap, the word rap, is an acronym and it stands for rhythm and poetry. One of the reasons that blew my mind is I studied music. I studied music very seriously and that never came up, which says a lot about how people view rap, that it wasn't being considered with the same weight and importance that we give other forms of music, that nobody even bothered. You know, I learnt that R&B stands for rhythm and blues. Why didn't anyone teach about rap generally, or even just touching upon it, that's actually an acronym and comes from rhythm and poetry. When you call it by its name like that, you honor it the way it should be, because rap is a hell of a skill. Very few people do it well. We know in K-pop that there's a difference between rappers in a K-pop group and a K-pop rapper. Those two things are not necessarily the same. Bangtan has 3 rappers in a K-pop group, which is why they're the top rappers in the industry. And RM really exemplifies rhythm and poetry. He's a perfect example of what that is. If somebody needed to explain that concept, show them RM. Complicated rhythms and beautiful poetry. He constructs songs so well. They're really well thought out. They're intelligent writing, but also listenable music. There are some people who write intelligent music and they're doing it to show off how smart they are, and then it makes it kind of unlistenable. It's not actually enjoyable, but his music is beautiful to listen to, and it's poetic. It's true rap. He's a terrific rap artist. When I learnt that, I thought, oh, how interesting. And then going into this song, before even hearing it, I thought, I bet this is going to ring true to that name because of what we already know of him. And there it is. Rhythm and poetry, that's RM. His comment about his name is interesting. I almost wonder if we should say the name Namjoon more often. Because it must feel odd to lose your name to your stage name and have an identity. Some people might love that because then, okay, that's me on stage, and then there's me in person, and they can separate those two things. I think a lot of introverts like doing that because they can put out that persona and then drop it and go be themselves quietly somewhere else. But I can understand how you could easily have an identity crisis, being constantly called by a different name and known in a different way, and losing the part of your identity that is attached to your name. I think it's fair to wonder how much somebody who has a stage name feels like they lose themselves, or that they're kind of being misidentified in a way. I can see how people would enjoy it, and I can also see how it would eat at you. Wow, what a song. God, that really, really got me. That really got me. I feel like all I'm gonna do later on when I have the chance to watch this again and listen to it again is just cry a lot. He's a gift. RM's a gift. He's a gift. Nope, I'm gonna cry. Ooh, nope. Keep it together. Keep it together, Torsie. Too much crying. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, extraordinary. Beautiful music video. So much symbolism. Amazing title for the album. Great wordplay. Great song musically, and the delivery was divine. I think that's wonderful. I think that's so wonderful. Well done, Kim Nanjung. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully we'll have more soon. 감사합니다. 사랑해요, and I will see you soon for more. 안녕.